Oh, but I'm going to take the approach at starting it with the division between young people and old people. This is a topic that I have no experience at all as far as educational experience to talk about, or I am not a subject matter expert in research to talk about this topic. However, I am going to talk about it from whether it be my experience, whether it be those that have crossed my path, whether it be indirectly those that have come to me, whether it be the things that I have seen in life, witnessed in life, things of that nature, to be able to bring up this topic in detail. And the reason I want to bring it up in the open and try to talk about it in a way where it might give somebody else another way to think, whether it be along the same lines or totally different, the way they think. And that to let someone know that they're not alone, and that once I think someone is aware and they talk about the situation, or they hear someone else talk about it, it can help identify whatever you want identified. And if you want to further get help, if you want to further help your loved one, things of that nature. And then also, the topic has come up and has been seen and has been witnessed for many, many years. But lately I've noticed, whether it be in the workplace, whether it be in family situations, whether it be in a neighborhood, the topic and surrounding the topic is coming up more and more. You know, even to the point where people have served years in prison and come out and say the prison structure, or the prison, whatever you do after prison, they're helping to rehabilitate the person with whomever they harmed as a child. And the thing is, if you're in that position, you know, maybe it's something to think about as far as not forcing yourself on someone to accept you because you have served time. And, you know, you say you healed and stuff like that. Even if you slept with your own daughter, your own son, to understand and look into self and self-reflect and say, I understand, you know, and I won't pressure them, but to let them know that you're there. And you can do little things like, you know, when you're working, if they accept you, sending them money, sending them something for them and their kids, whatever comes to your mind. But, you know, you don't have to hurt behind, and it will hurt, I'm sure, but, you know, understand that your life is not over, you either. You can carry on with your life, but not trying to force somebody to accept you, even though a lot of victims cater to the people that have victimized them, like that have done wrong to them, something like that. But anyway, it's a very, very hard topic. It deals with a lot of emotion. So what I did in the beginning, I typed in some of my thoughts, and when you hear so I put that in voice recorder, and then I copied and pasted into Google, the app, the AI app, and for some feedback. And I took that and put it into Sing Song AI, and just created lyrics with it. But it's some true stuff. It's something to think about, and maybe if someone has been through something like that, how to go forth, and if they want to talk about it, if they want to ask their therapist about it, if they want to talk to other family members about it, if they go into the hospital and say, let me see a social worker, I do need to talk about this, instead of saying things that get you turned away quickly. Just be honest when you go in to talk. And that's that.
Today, when like adult children or the younger, some of the younger generation are just as bad as some of the older generation, as far as being critical in them, not looking within themselves, but constantly pointing the finger at other people. And for example, when they say these old folks out here, and then you got the parents out here all on the internet talking, and don't know when to shut up or how to shut up. And it's like, why does it have to be a thing of the old people being jealous of you? Why does it have to be a thing where the old people need to shut up because they have made mistakes in the past and they was not the perfect parent? Why? Because your life is all fucked up now, and your parents wasn't rich and gave you a silver spoon. You have to blame them until they get into their body bag of death.
You're describing something very real. A cycle where younger and older generations are both pointing fingers, shaming each other, and skipping the hard work of looking inward and taking responsibility. And sometimes the healthiest, most responsible move is to step back, set firm limits, or even go no contact. What's really going on? Many adult children who feel hurt or disappointed use blame as a way to make sense of their pain, and parents become an easy, safe target, even when distance or no contact might actually be safer and more healing than constant fighting. On the other side, many older adults carry unprocessed guilt, shame, or regret, and may react with defensiveness, criticism, or y'all are ungrateful. Instead of honest accountability or accepting that an adult child's decision to limit contact is a valid boundary, not betrayal, both sides get stuck in "you ruined my life" versus "you don't appreciate what I did." Instead of "here's my pain, here's my responsibility, and here are the boundaries I need to stay healthy." Social media and old people need to shut up. TikTok, Reels, and Shorts amplify age-based stereotypes. Younger people clown old folks as jealous, out of touch, bitter, or always talking, while older folks drag these kids as soft, lazy, and entitled, with very little nuance about when walking away or going no contact is actually wise. That kind of extreme, messy content gets clicks, but it deepens ageism and keeps both generations from seeing each other as full humans who sometimes need distance, silence, and separation. instead of another viral argument.
So when people say old people are just jealous, or old people need to shut up, it is often internet performance, not grown conversation about boundaries, harm, or healing. Blame, accountability, and healthy distance. There are real cases where parents did harm, abuse, neglect, chaos, or never taken responsibility, and naming that is not disrespect. It is true telling, and in some situations delineating roles clearly or going low. No contact is the safest, most normal, and necessary choice. But staying in pure blame keeps everybody frozen. Even when no contact is needed, growth still requires shifting from it's all their fault to they did damage and now my healing choices and boundaries are mine. A healthier posture is, yes, my parents did damage here, and I may need strong distance or no contact to protect myself. And yes, as an adult, my healing behavior and the way I show up now are my responsibility. Likewise for elders. Yes, I made mistakes, some big, and my child's decision to set boundaries or step away is about their safety and sanity, not just disrespect. And yes, I still have wisdom and a voice that matters. I can own my part, respect their limits, and still refuse to live in shame. Why the jealous elder's story is so loud. Younger generations do have access to things many older folks never had. More mental health language, more career paths, more freedom to talk openly about trauma, which can stir envy or defensiveness in some older adults who had to suffer in silence. At the same time, a lot of content creators flatten this until they just mad because I'm free, which sounds powerful online but skips the deeper grief, regret, and fear underneath older people's reactions, and skips the reality that sometimes the wisest move is quiet separation, not public dragging. Sometimes elders are acting out of jealousy. Many times they are acting out of unhealed wounds and feeling disrespected, invisible or replaced. And younger adults may still need to draw a hard line or go no contact for their own mental health. A more honest grown stance, a grounded stance that holds all of this could sound like both young and old can be toxic, petty and loud. Age alone doesn't equal wisdom or foolishness, and it doesn't decide who you are allowed to walk away from.
Blame without ownership is childish. Whether it's coming from a 22-year-old on live or a 62-year-old on Facebook, accountability can include saying, I love you, but I can't keep doing this, and stepping back. Adults are not responsible for how they were raised as children, but they are responsible for how they choose to live, heal, set boundaries, go low contact or no contact when necessary, and treat others now. Elders have a right to speak, tell their truth, and even admit I messed up, but they are not entitled to unlimited access to someone they repeatedly harm. And they should not be shoved into a box labeled bad parent forever, just because a grown child chose distance to protect their peace.
You're putting words to something very heavy and very real. When the harm is sexual abuse, severe physical abuse, or long-term chaos, going low contact or no contact is not being dramatic. It is often the safest, most normal, and necessary response. When the abuse is extreme, when a mother, father, step-parent, or adoptive parent rapes, molests, or has any sexual contact with a child, or forces them into sexual situations, that is a complete destruction of safety and trust. Cutting all contact in those cases is often the only way a survivor can even begin to heal. The same is true with severe physical abuse. Being beaten, bones broken, sent to school with bruises and lies to cover it up, or growing up with parents high, drunk, and dangerous. In those situations, protecting distance is not being unforgiving. It is survival. No child is meant to see their parent's right mind only when that parent is sober or not violent. That confusion and terror runs deep and can echo into the child's adult choices around drugs, alcohol, sex, and relationships. Why victims sometimes protect the abuser. Research on trauma bonding and Stockholm-type dynamics shows that victims often feel loyalty, affection, and a strong pull toward the person who abused them, especially when that person sometimes shows them kindness. Between the harm, this bond can make a survivor defend or protect the abuser, turn against people who try to help, and feel guilty for even thinking about leaving or telling the full truth. Which is why self-blame and confusion are so common. So when a survivor sides with or protects the person who hurt them, that is not weakness. It is a known trauma pattern, and breaking that bond takes time, support, and often professional help. How it passes down. Intergenerational trauma research shows that untreated abuse and addiction, sexual, physical, emotional, can echo into the next generation through learned behavior, nervous system patterns, and the models kids grow up watching. A child who grows up with violence, drugs, and chaos may repeat similar patterns later through substance use, risky or compulsive sex, or choosing unsafe partners, not because they are just like their parent, but because that is the template they were shown. Breaking that cycle start.
Breaking that cycle starts with awareness. This is what I lived through. It was not my fault, and I refuse to pass it forward. Self-forgiveness and honest boundaries. A powerful part of healing is learning self-forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for how you coped, how long you stayed confused, how you tried to please or protect the very people who were hurting you. From there, when a parent or child wants to talk, the conversation is not just about pointing fingers, it's about what do I need to stay safe emotionally, mentally, physically, even if that means I love you, but I can't be around you. Both truths can exist at the same time. I love you. It hurts too much to be in contact with you, and I have to protect my peace. Or I want a relationship, but right now I only know how to talk by throwing your mistakes in your face, and that's not healthy for either of us. Naming that